Give me the rhythm, 'cause I've got a feeling champion sound.
So welcome back to the channel, fam. Hi, I'm Alita and I read cards. And this is going to be our final installment to the Mahjong Divination series. We're going to do the directions, the dragons, the seasons, and the flowers. Okay, and I believe these are called honors in the decks. It's been so long, I can't quite remember how they're called, but I'm so sure they're called honors. But either way, let's get into it. What I want to say is that if you pull one of these tiles while doing a reading, you need to pull an additional tile, okay? Because these are special information tiles and they do not stand alone, okay? They mean that there's something bigger at play. You need to pull something else to go along with it, okay? So let's just start off with the winds, okay? So we have the east wind here. Okay, now let me tell you what the east wind represents. The east wind usually represents self, okay? It also represents the season of spring. Um, let's see. It's something that lasts a long time, right? You know, because self lasts your entire experience as self, okay? So something very important or very long lasting, okay? Which then leads us to, and I have these out of order. How do I have these out of order? I don't know, but we'll just do it anyways, okay? Which leads us then to the north wind, okay? And the north wind is usually cold and unlucky, right? Just it is reminiscent of winter. It goes along with winter. It has to do with unhappiness, issues with authority, things like that. Our next one is going to be the south wind. Okay, now the south wind is actually pretty lucky. Okay, it has to do with success or the season of summer. And you know, summer is when we have our most daylight. It is supposed to be the most prosperous. It's supposed to be, you know, when we're able to create the most, grow the most. Harvest is in autumn, but you know, harvest the most in the sense that you should be able to have put in your work and see it coming out right in summer. Okay, so remember, this is going to be a success. So if you were to pull this, you would pull another card so we would see what the success is in. Okay, and then we have our west wind, right? Now remember I said east is self, okay? So west usually represents a partner, okay? Or some sort of work that is tied to you, which is still a partnership, okay? It had to do with the season of autumn, okay? So it very well could do with the winding down of things after harvesting something, getting ready to take your break before you replant again. There you go. But it usually has to do with something that a person is working towards or a partner that they are working with. All right. We will next move into our dragons, okay? And I love dragons, okay? So let's start off with the green dragon, okay? The green dragon means success. It means go. Go ahead and do something. Commence with what you're thinking about doing or what you want to do. It means that the thing is blessed, okay? So this is representative of blessed endeavors. All right. And then we'll move into our red dragon. Okay. Now, I know you'll naturally think that red means stop, but it doesn't because this is a dragon. Okay. So the red dragon means it's already in motion. It's already successful. Right. So, let's see. How can I put this because I know that the red makes you think stop. And it has, say like if for some reason you pulled a green dragon and then you pulled a red dragon behind it, okay? The green would mean that you need to move forward what you want to do, but success is already guaranteed. But for some other reason, you need to move forward, okay? This means like if you're asking about something and this comes out, it means it's already in motion. It's already done. Don't even worry about it, okay? And then we move into our white dragon. And please remember that different mahjong sets, the tiles may look different, especially these types of tiles, okay? But this is your white dragon, okay? And this is your spiritual tile or metaphysical tile or ghost tile concerning mahjong, okay? The white dragon has to do with things that are unknown. They usually mean that the dead or something outside of humans has a hand in your situation. This tile in and of itself um, usually points to spiritual matters, spiritual or religious matters. But it can also represent that someone is innocent and inexperienced, right? But they will still reach success because of their innocence or inexperience, right? And it could also just mean that someone is really young at heart, okay, in a situation. But you know how this goes. You know, you can't just look at the one tile. You will get another one. It will help you understand what it means, all right? And now let's just move straight into our seasons. All right, we're going to start off with spring. Okay, the spring towel is also called the fisherman towel. Okay, it just means that you are on the right path. Okay, whatever it is that you're asking about or whatever it is you're doing, what you're doing right at this moment is the right thing to do. This card is just to say, hey, right moves. You're in the right place at the right time. All right. And then we'll move into our summer towel, which is also known as the woodcutter towel. Now, remember, this has a 2 at the top, so you know it usually has something to do with partnership, right? And this towel usually means some sort of teamwork, okay, or success through teamwork. It could also mean that you are playing the leader or you need to step up and play the leader in some sort of teamwork, okay? We'll move into the autumn, right? Which is the farmer tile. Remember, we were talking about harvesting in autumn. So this has to do with physical labor, okay? And I mean like real hard labor, but labor that brings results, right? Or to renew an effort, okay? So this is just really hard work right here, all right? And hard work that will bear fruit. And then we'll move to our winner, which is also known as the scholar. Okay. And this card has to do with communication, learning, reading, experience, cultural experiences, learning through travel, things like that. Okay. But it has to do with all types of, I guess, what we call higher education, but not just in the sense of college, just like any higher education in life. Okay. And then we get to our finals, which are the flowers, okay? So the first one we have here is the plum, all right? And the plum represents innocence, um, inexperience, romantic love, but it can also mean relief from anxiety and or depression, okay? Our second one is the orchid, which is a card of privilege. If you think about orchids and how beautiful they are, how expensive they are, and how hard they are to take care of, it can make you remember that it's about privilege on this one, okay? It also means refinement, and it could mean something that is rare or precious, okay? Our third one is going to be the chrysanthemum, okay? You know, chrysanthemums show up for us in the winter as holidays, Christmas and things like that, right? So sometimes this card represents holidays, okay? It can also mean some sort of pleasurable social gathering, right? Some sort of big gathering that feels like a holiday, It could also mean something that has charm or something that is graceful. But normally it represents some form of holiday. Okay. And our final tile is going to be the bamboo. Okay. The bamboo has to do with documents. Um, things that you write on. Um, so if we think writing, it could also mean learning. But one thing in particular that this card stands for from time to time, depending on what else it shows up with, is divorce. Okay. Because this tile represents winter in a way, and learning from things dying or dying. So it could be something that you gain from someone dying, but also things that die. And so would it be in a four card, and fours tend to have to do with celebrations or public things locked in together, or the desire of someone and or something, you know to think of the dying of a desire with someone. Divorce. That's how I got divorced from that. And so there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the end of the Mahjong Divination series. Okay. um so I just wanted to take the time to show you guys what each of the tiles mean, and show you what they look like. I don't know if I ever even brought up the jokers, but jokers absolutely look different in each deck. But if you get a joker, you guys know what to do. You know that it's wild. It could mean something else. In a certain reading, a joker could actually have a meaning just knowing that it's a joker. It could mean that someone is a jester. It could mean that they're pretending to be something that they're not. A lot of jokers have specific animals on them, so you might want to use the symbolism of that animal. But jokers are just usually something out of the ordinary, or maybe you think this line means something and then the joker comes out at the end, so they're telling you it's topsy-turvy. It's absolutely opposite of what you think it is. Okay, so try again, flip it around. All right. And it could also mean an instant win, to something. All right. And that's going to end it. So I guys, I hope that you guys really enjoyed the series. I hope that you all venture into Mahjong Divination. And I think I'm going to start using the tiles now instead of my cards, now that I've actually gone through them the way I planned to not a month ago, a year ago. I just realized it's been a whole year. It took me a whole year to finish completing this series. I really apologize to you guys, but hey, it's done. Hey, and I hope you guys really dabble with this system and many other systems, any systems you can learn. And I'll see you on the next video. Love you guys. Bye.